fuck I'm a YouTuber? Alright, so we got daughter finds mother's decapitated body. Daughter finds mother decapitated body in the backyard. What the fuck?
Just come outside. How you doing? Is Martha here?
She's probably at her boyfriend's house.
Don't tell me
30 days
he killed
ago,
her.
53-year-old David Callahan killed his girlfriend, Martha,
Oh my
and buried her
gosh.
body in his own backyard. David thinks he's gotten away with his horrific crime.
How the fuck she get found?
Mentally ill, had few friends, and no one was supposed to come looking for her. Martha's daughter, Kim, was the only person concerned about her mother's whereabouts.
Time out. Never mind, ain't gonna
If I
say
come up
anything.
missing or dead, there's no accident. And he has told her before, I'm gonna get your ass and nobody's ever gonna find you.
What's your concern?
That he killed her.
Kim thinks David had something to do with her
Nah,
mother's
this is OD.
disappearance, but with no proof of a crime, officers don't believe her.
I need a shirt or something. This is a little cold.
Nothing surprises.
Yeah. That's like a horror movie.
However, in the weeks that follow, Kim will do everything in her power to find Martha, force police to act, and lead them to one of the most gruesome discoveries
that's
of their
right.
lives.
Seems like a body part.
I guess I just put. Yo, that's always the same. It's always the red shirts that I be finding. Would I just pop up?
In the early hours of a Monday morning, police in Akron receive a call from a woman asking for a restraining order against her boyfriend. The caller is 53-year-old Martha Robin Freytag. She's already known to officers for her history of schizophrenia and the frequent domestic disputes involving her boyfriend, David Callahan. Their relationship was unstable, constantly breaking up and getting back together, leaving officers unsure whether each new call was a real emergency or just another one of their fights.
Right.
But this time would be different, because when officers arrive at the couple's house, they have no idea that a murder will take place just minutes from now. And this will be the last time Martha is ever seen alive.
That's so crazy, bro.
No, I don't like that.
Taking
I
somebody's
don't
life
like
you
it.
got a history with.
Hi.
Hi. What's going on?
Huh?
Did you call us?
Yes, I did. Okay.
What's going on?
I'm going to reinstate some I had 14 months ago. Statute of limitation, I think, sodomy is 10 years, right?
So you want to restate something you already
You can
said,
stop me, yes.
and they're already investigating it, and you're just telling us about it again? Is that correct?
Well, I don't know if they're investigating or not. All I know is I got a restraining order from them, and then I've been waiting for her to get some mental help, because he's supposed to go down the first pass. First of all, it wasn't supposed to be explored at all.
As Martha speaks, her words are scattered, and she
Yeah.
makes little sense to officers. Her behavior just seems erratic, like another episode of confusion or paranoia. But in reality, Martha is masking genuine fear that officers don't pick up on. Because what they don't know is that her boyfriend, David, is standing inside the house, waiting for the moment officers drive off, so he can make sure this is the last time she ever calls them.
And you come out because you guys were mad at me, right? I got a restraining order against him, and then there's, I don't know. What are you doing over there?
I'm talking to you,
And why are you over there like that?
because I want to be.
Okay. Well, I'll talk to the guy downtown. Or talk to him.
Okay.
As strange as it looks, officers don't think much of the interaction. They walk away, dismissing Martha as unstable, unaware they've just left her alone with the very man who's about to kill
Damn, I
her.
hope them cops don't blame themselves.
In the hours
Cause what the
after
what the
police
cops supposed to
left,
do? You feel me?
David snapped. Inside, he was furious that Martha called the police on him again. He grabbed a wooden axe handle and struck her in a fit of rage. When she collapsed, he wrapped a rope around her neck and pulled until she stopped moving. Once Martha was dead, David sealed her body inside a plastic bag and waited for nightfall. Then, under the cover of darkness, he carried her outside, burned her body, and buried it in a shallow pit behind the house.
Yo, what? What the fuck
David,
type sick shit
it
this
was
nigga
over.
on?
A woman with schizophrenia, few friends,
And then you buried her in the most obvious spot. Why would they not look in there?
To David, it was over. A woman with schizophrenia, few friends, and a history of false alarms.
That's
no one
crazy,
would ever
bro.
come looking for her.
Y'all
What
live
he
together, bro.
completely overlooked-
She helped when you pay bills, my nigga. Now you gotta pay all them bills by yourself. You gotta live by yourself. You gotta do everything by yourself. You just killed your wife. My nigga, you 50.
Is that Martha's daughter Kim will soon be on to him, slowly solving her own mother's brutal murder.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name
37
on it,
days
just by
before she
thinking
was
about
found.
it. Meet Base 44.
Over the next few days, Martha stops responding to everyone, including her daughter, Kim. And after several days of silence and no sign of her mother, Kim contacts police explaining that something bad may have happened to Martha. Officers arrange to meet her at the house later that day to check on her mother's welfare. But when Kim and her husband arrive to meet the officers, it quickly seems that their concerns won't be taken seriously at all.
Neither is a cousin of ours that she calls all the time. Her brother that she calls all the time. Nobody's heard from her.
She lives here?
Yeah,
Have
well,
you been in?
No. I came earlier, knocked, and banged on the door, and she was having a lot of problems with her boyfriend.
Yeah.
At some point, there was some kind of protection order, and I don't know, against him. She's paranoid schizophrenic, so I went around to different hospitals. I went everywhere to see if she was like in a psychiatric unit.
Yeah.
I can't. Everybody says no, she's not here. But I know that there's been a lot going on between her and her boyfriend.
How could they not take this serious though, bro? How could they not take this serious? If I'm a cop, and a girl talking about my mom's not answering, I'm going to run. She said she's going around to different hospitals, and nobody answered. Nobody said they know where she at. That's when I'm start taking this serious. You telling me you went to all hospitals or a couple hospitals and nobody know where she at? No call, none of that. I'm gonna take that shit serious, right then and there. How could it
He
not
has
be
made
taken
death
serious?
threats to her. So
That's okay.
he has made threats to her that he was going to make sure nobody ever found her.
Yeah.
According to Kim, Martha's boyfriend, David, was the most likely suspect in her disappearance. In addition to the death threats, police also knew David had a lengthy criminal history and outstanding warrants for drug abuse, theft, and trespassing, making him someone officers needed to question right away. But before the officers could get a full story from Kim, a sudden noise from inside the house put them instantly on high alert.
You don't have a key to her place? What was that? Did you hear that?
Yeah, earlier the air conditioner was on, but now it's not.
Yeah, knock on that fucking door.
Akron police!
They know you in and you
Unbeknownst
just
to the
fucked up now.
officer, the sound wasn't just his imagination. It was David hiding in silence and waiting for the police to leave. But this is when the officers would make their first critical mistake. Despite the very real possibility that Martha was in active danger, they would give Kim the worst piece of advice.
Then what happens with like a missing persons report or whatever?
But she is a grown woman. However, she has these, paranoid schizophrenia issues. If for whatever reason she has gone into this state where she doesn't want anybody to contact her, even family, the hospital is legally not allowed to tell anybody anything, even her kin. I just don't think we're quite at the heightened alert level that we need to force entry or do anything like that yet. You know
Well,
what I mean?
the way that she calls us constantly kind of
Yeah.
gives me a
Yeah,
sense of foul
she
play.
calls.
Yeah.
I mean, she's always every
It
day
doesn't
calls
matter
her
yet.
brother.
Always.
When did it stop?
Well, her brother said she stopped about a month ago. My cousin said 2 weeks, but I don't know if
I'm thinking about
about a month for
Because
everybody.
she still
probably.
called my phone every day, leaving voicemails.
Yeah.
Well, the
Damn, bitch, can I stop in the
To
ass?
run Windows on your Mac?
Nah, it's
Parallels
OD.
desktop.
Well, the officer's explanation is factual, accurate.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. If I'm a cop and I hear that dud, nigga, you gotta open the door, nigga. I'm not leaving. Not leaving until niggas open that fucking door.
The suggestion not to file a missing persons report will prove to be a serious oversight, and it won't take long before Kim realizes she's been inadvertently coerced into making a grave mistake. For now, though, officers leave the scene, letting Kim carry on her own investigation. For the next few days, she keeps calling Martha and David, but with neither of them answering their phones. Growing increasingly worried, Kim begins gathering information on her own. She learns that David has recently been seen at a place where he worked on and off, so she contacts police once again, urging them to check it out. Following up on Kim's tip, a group of officers are dispatched to investigate.
daughter
what
not
they hear
playing.
about David will finally start to give her suspicions some credibility.
How you doing? You guys know David? Probably in his 50s.
What's the girl's name?
Callaghan or something? I think his last Callaghan.
Have you seen Martha or Robin? Martha or Robin?
I don't even know those names.
You don't know who those are?
Not that much.
You just saw David moving
Yeah,
over
you
here.
said his girlfriend was in jail or something, but she was. I don't remember.
But he's in like his 50s?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's not the new guy that lived in here. I think, what about Yay High? Dave? Balding kind of guy.
He's older. Yeah, probably.
His name. Hey, what is that dude's name, Danny? Your name ain't Dave? The guy that was getting on my nerves the other night.
We got a whole bunch of Davids around here. We could pull up a picture and see if you guys. I think we're gonna try to find one.
That's not that Dave.
That's how the David stays here. Does he come around here?
This guy?
Yeah.
He's been around before. He's done work for it and stuff.
But he's not the one who lives here.
I ain't seen him today.
When was the last time you saw him?
I just need to get it out
Yeah,
of
you
my
good.
car.
I ain't been here.
This week? Last week?
Something like that. Right.
Cool.
Good 3-4 days. I've been
3-4 days?
processing it, so.
He said he saw him 3-4 days ago, maybe.
According to the workers, they've seen David in recent days, meaning he's still in the area. Now, police just need to locate him and ask him where Martha might be. Despite this lead, officers still sound convinced Martha will eventually turn up on her own and David is just another name in a domestic dispute. Unbeknownst to them, this is giving David
So I gotta take
exactly
everything
what
serious,
he
bro,
wants.
no matter what.
Time. Because as the case stalls, he's keeping a low profile, only leaving Martha's house at night and using the lack of scrutiny to cover his tracks and refine his story. And over the next several weeks, what began as one oversight will snowball into a series of missteps that will cripple the investigation and ultimately
That
pave
David?
the way to a discovery far more tragic
Oh.
than anyone imagined.
How did they know? How did they find it in the backyard though? How did they
The
find
following
it?
week, after repeated calls and pressure from Kim, police finally agreed to conduct another welfare check. This time, however, they make another critical error. They send a new pair of officers unfamiliar with the full context of the case. This is where the mistake of not filing a missing persons report catches up with the police and causes David to slip off the hook again.
It doesn't, yeah, they didn't add any notes. It just said that they were here. Well, it was actually, it came in as a missing person. Because,
Okay, that's probably the daughter then. 'cause the
yeah, but
daughter's
then it said she checked okay, and there was no report made, so they must have had contact with her.
some sort of contact.
If it came in as a missing person, they cleared it without a report number. That means they determined where she was at.
Exactly. That's what I was.
Yeah.
After only
They can't
a
blame
few
him. If you
unanswered
didn't report the thing, and the cops saying that is, you feel me? That the math are not mathing, then she can't really get mad at the cops.
officers
the
decide to
cops'
leave the
fault.
scene, assuming that since no missing person report was filed,
The math
someone
not
must have
mathing.
already made contact with Martha. This is exactly why dissuading Kim from filing a report had been such a catastrophic blunder. So with no sign of Martha or David, and police convinced nothing is wrong, the investigation quietly stalls. Days pass with no progress, until eventually, the case goes cold. A week passes.
So, you know.
And it seems Martha might never be found, as police
A
have
week?
completely written off her disappearance. But then something strange starts to happen. Kim begins receiving response messages from her mother.
This. Oh. Let's keep watching.
The texts are brief and unsettling. I'm busy. I'm with my friends. I'm fine.
Nah, this
doesn't sound like her mother, and something about the way she's texting feels off to Kim. Growing suspicious, Kim asks police to meet with her again, this time demanding that they break in and check the house or she'll do it herself.
Damn.
Is basically freedom.
She is not playing. I don't blame her though, bro. I really don't. You really can't blame her. It's her mother that's been missing for a week. A week.
Make an official.
Nigga, I give my mother like, I don't even know, cause I don't even know, bro.
I've talked to so many officers, everybody she knows, her friends, family. None of them has seen her face or talked to her in over a month. So I was sending
it's
her
been over a
messages from
month? They did say that.
mother's phone. Say, this is your daughter. I want to know where you're at. Oh, I'm at the Kingdom Hall in Kent with friends. I said, okay, stay there. I'm coming right now. Oh, I'm not there. You don't know where I am. Well, you just said you were there. Where are you? Oh, I'm eating now. The way she types is completely different. She says she's angry at the family.
But the issue is we were pounding on the door earlier and no one answered. And we didn't have enough to kick the door in and go look for her.
She knows something wrong, but she got that intuition, bro.
If I need to break in here with you guys here, and if you think she'll press charges on me, that's fine. I want to know what happened to her. She's not going to press charges on me. That's not a problem.
She has mental illness.
Yes, she does, but she is...
You know she's taking her meds?
No, I don't know. But I do know that she does not do this kind of thing. The last time her mother talked to her, she was walking through this field over here and told my grandmother, if I come up missing or dead, it is no accident. And she said it to me. This has been said to us several times. And he has told her before, I'm going to get your ass and nobody's ever going to find you.
What's your concern?
That he killed her.
Kim appears confident that she has solved her mother's disappearance, accusing her lover, David, of both murder and impersonation. While officers still doubt Kim's story, they agree to break into the house, if only to put her mind at ease. But what awaits them inside will leave Kim even more furious with police, making her question whether they are truly on her side.
Police, anybody in here? Come outside!
It's day one in this shirt. Day two in these pieces.
You're not going to get another day out of it. Day three. Supposed to be a big black dog that might not be friendly.
You ain't gonna put me back on the call on the phone, or would you generate a new one for that 30?
A big black what?
He didn't use you already. Police, anybody in here?
Ask the police! Somebody's been here because the bell's taking
For what?
Oh, he's been here. The question is what he did to her. Not a single pair of her shoes anywhere around here.
If I were you, I mean, I'm not telling you how to feel, but this would be a relief. You know, she's not here, but it doesn't look like there's any sign of distress or, you know, all of her stuff's not thrown around.
First sign of distress, really, is the fact that there's no Pepsi in that refrigerator.
So that means she hasn't been staying here?
No, she has not been here. I'm telling you, he has done something to her. I know it.
Inside the house, police find
I was
no
in her
sign of
situation, respectfully. If I'm in this girl situation and my mother been gone for a month, nigga, I'm tweaking out. I'm tweaking out on every cop. I'm not playing, bro. I'm not playing. I'm not staying this calm. If she's missing for over a month, I'm not staying this calm. Simple. I'm not. Whether it's a false alarm or not, I'm not staying this calm.
or her belongings, something Kim finds deeply suspicious.
If you talk to your mother every single day of your life, and for all of a sudden she go missing for a month, and then randomly start texting you on some dumb shit. Come on, my nigga.
Sir reassures her that everything is fine and there are no obvious signs of foul play. However, as police exit the house, an officer makes an offhand remark that reveals what they really think happened to Martha.
Would you have been surprised at all if she's laying dead in there? Or shoved in a tub?
Yes, I would have been surprised.
You would have been?
Yeah.
Nothing surprises.
That would have surprised me.
Although officers briefly consider the worst-case scenario for Martha, their tone makes it clear they don't really believe it. Even with Kim
Yeah.
insisting that something is wrong, their doubt remains. And when Kim insists on filing a missing person report, something that should have been done weeks ago, officers still seem convinced there is no real cause for alarm.
Okay,
Well,
like
I need to make an official report.
yeah, that can happen. That's not a problem. But it's gonna be very vague.
Alright. I don't know what to think about none of her stuff being in that house. Shoes. She always had shoes all over right there with his, too.
She
Right.
been too calm, bruh. Like, you been too calm. Like, you gotta really put your foot down with these cops, my nigga. Really tell them that this shit's serious. Like, they know you serious, but you not. You gotta put your foot down some more, baby girl.
Report and then go get a hard copy. And what do? I mean, just keep, if I hear any more texts.
Like, I know she's trying to keep herself calm, you know, trying to keep thinking positive and shit like that, but it's been over a month. Over a month. You know, the cops don't know how your mother act. You know how your mother act. You know your mother got drinks in the house. You know your mother got shoes in the house. And you know your mother answered the phone. You know your mother don't text like that. The cops don't know that. You gotta show them that you really mean this shit, man. Cause you being too calm right now. You keeping your composure too much. You know, sometimes you gotta let loose, my nigga. Sometimes you really gotta tweak out on it.
Unless it's pointless talking to him anymore at this point.
I guess this is what happens. I mean, but...
Just let us know if you think she's somewhere and we can go check for her. Okay?
Okay.
By now, you can hear the hopelessness in Kim's voice. It seems like her investigation has hit a dead end as she watches officers leave once again, advising her to call if new information comes up. But a few hours later, one officer decides to return and speak with the neighbors, hoping to learn where David or Martha might be. It's a small decision, but one that quietly marks the first step in turning things around for police, because one of the neighbors he talks to is unknowingly holding a piece of information about David that will finally confirm Kim's claims.
Do you know anything about this house next door?
There's some woman that used to live in there. She asked me a couple of times for some money or some cigarettes. I told her I didn't smoke. Why, what's going on?
Well, someone sent us out here to check on her, and she's not answering the door. Does she have a car or anything, you know?
I don't think so.
Never seen a car?
She was walking the first time I started cutting the grass.
How you doing? You been living in the garage here?
You want to call it a living?
Where do you sleep at?
Good.
Do you know who lives here?
Robin Freitag.
Man, that's a crazy. That is a crazy spot to live, but at least I can't even say at least he got somewhere to stay. That's, hey man, can't even say anything.
About 4 weeks ago.
God bless.
And you haven't seen her in 4 weeks.
No, last
Have you seen him over there?
Oh yeah.
Does he drive a car?
No,
Is he home now?
I have no idea.
Okay.
The neighbor's statement finally confirms what Kim's been suspecting all along. David hasn't disappeared. He's been coming and going from the house while police and Kim struggled to reach him. With that information, police begin coordinating surveillance around the property, assigning patrol units to quietly monitor the area and wait for the moment David shows up again.
There we go. That's what I was waiting for. That's what I was doing. To stalk this nigga down, bruh. Stalk this nigga down. Find this nigga when you come outside. Wait outside. Lurking, my nigga. Creeping, my nigga.
Later, the opportunity finally comes when
Catch
officers
this
spot
nigga.
a car parked beside the house, the first sign of activity in days. They approach carefully, hoping to finally make contact with Martha and put Kim's fears to rest. However, the person they're about to find is the very suspect they've been unknowingly helping all along. But before we get to that, you know those days where you just can't get
Okay,
anything done?
buddy.
Get the oracles time. With that said,
Is this not on?
Try it and feel the difference in just a few weeks.
Oh, ain't no 4K.
With that said, let's get back to the scene, where officers are about to come face to face with the man they've been searching for all this time.
Akron Police, just come outside.
My apologies, y'all. Excuse me. My apologies, y'all.
How you doing?
I tried to
Martha
go
here?
on mute, but apparently I tapped it twice. My apologies.
What's your name, bud?
I
David.
apologize. Let's do that to the video, though.
What's your name, bud? David. David Callahan? All right, come on down here for me. Why do you think she's at her boyfriend's house?
Well, that's where she stays most of the time.
Where's that?
See. This way he fucked up. If this nigga said she's at her boyfriend's house, that's where my suspicion would have already grew. Cause that's the first thing I peeped when the video started. This nigga said she was at her boyfriend's house. Nigga, she lives here. You're her boyfriend, my nigga. She's 50 fucking years old, living with you. Why would she go to another nigga house? Like, come on, bruh.
I don't know. I don't even know who it is, really.
Are you the only one here?
Hi, Leonard. I mean, she's here maybe a couple times a week anymore. I mean, we've actually been split up for a year. I mean, she's schizophrenic. She's been on and off her medication. I don't know how many times.
This is David Callahan.
Now he using her medication. That's sad. That's sad how niggas, you know, if you got a mental illness or some type of illness, niggas gonna use that shit, bro, no matter
to warn
what.
the police about. According to him, Martha was not at the house, but at her new boyfriend's. But now David is about to surprise the officers, explaining why they shouldn't necessarily take Martha's family's word at face value.
What if you were prepared for all those interview curveballs?
I guess her daughter's fighting again.
604 to computer. Well, that's part of the reason we're out here, because no one in her family's talked to her since July.
Damn.
I don't know how. I know she's texted her.
When's the last time you talked to her?
I don't know, probably 5-6 days ago, maybe.
Where was that at?
It was here.
And Martha's not in the house right now.
Well, I mean, you can come in and look.
Obviously, we're concerned about Martha, like you said, if she's off her meds and everything.
Right.
We'd like to find her. Right now, she's missing person. So we'd like to...
I didn't know it was all that. Just, I mean,
You didn't know it was all that?
Wow, missing person. Just her and the family.
This nigga look like Wilson Fisk, bro. This nigga look exactly like... If niggas don't know who Wilson Fisk is, this nigga look exactly like Wilson Fisk, bro.
Numerous times, you know, the family has just gone as far as changing their phone numbers and not giving them to her. They've treated her horribly over the years.
Yeah.
And her not talking to him right now doesn't surprise me.
David claims Kim is not a trustworthy person.
But her daughter... Oh, I'm just watching the video. I'm just watching the video.
Martha. With David tarnishing Kim's character and Kim doing the same to David, the officers weren't sure whose story to believe. But this is when the officer would get a brilliant...
No matter what, the daughter. That's your daughter. Well, I'm not gonna say no matter what. But in situations like this, you can tell. In situations like this, I'm taking the daughter, bro. The daughter, I'm taking the daughter, bro.
Yeah. They knew David had outstanding warrants, something they could use
Even
as
without
reasonable
knowing-
grounds to detain him. Their
Even
next
without
move
knowing
would
all of
catch
this.
David off guard and prove to be the police's
hold on,
smartest.
what?
They knew David had outstanding warrants, something they could use as reasonable grounds to detain him. Their next move would catch David off guard and prove to be the police's smartest decision yet.
Did you get your warrants taken care of?
No, I need to get down there and take care of them. I got a couple missing here once.
Through Akron? All right, well, we're going to help you out with that today. You still have those warrants, we'll send you down to court. You can get them taken care of today. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to...
I know he's sick as shit. I know he's sick as shit, yo.
You're
Cops
going to walk
be-
through, we'll let you get some clothes, and then you're going to get on court and get these warrants taken care of.
So I got a big dog in here.
No problem. Do you get the whole thing?
Yeah, nothing but the thing.
Do you do the returns, or
thing.
do I do that later?
Animal do it, or whoever's up.
Is that him? They got this
Following his
nigga locked
arrest,
up in the
David
back.
is-
Is that all? Is that how all cop cars are?
Reported to the station and placed in jail, but not for
Where
murder.
is this?
The only thing holding him there are his unrelated warrants. For investigators, this is a temporary win that will quickly turn into a problem. Because despite finally having David in custody, they know their case against him is painfully weak. There's no body, no confession, not even physical evidence proving Martha is dead. Weeks of police inaction and hesitation have left detectives with little more than suspicion, and time is running out. So to make up for it, they decide to hold David as long as legally possible under the existing warrants, hoping they could buy themselves time to rebuild the case and find something concrete. Detectives don't know it yet, but the clue they so desperately need to
I love
solve
detectives,
the case
bro. I low-key
won't
want to be a detective. That's so... Detectives are so tough. Like, that shit's so tough.
from their investigation, but from Martha's own family.
Wait, what?
From their investigation, but the clue they so desperately need to solve the case won't come from their investigation, but from Martha's own family.
3 hours.
Several days later,
it's
while
getting
David
close.
remains in custody, Martha's family receives a mysterious message. The anonymous note reads, if he was going to get rid of someone, he would bury them in the backyard. At first,
Whose phone is texted? Martha's phone? I'm sorry.
a mysterious days later, while David remains in custody, Martha's family receives a mysterious message.
Martha's family got a random message?
This note reads, if he was
what type of movie shit?
To get rid of someone, he would bury them in the backyard. At first, no one knew what to make of it. It could be a cruel prank or maybe a genuine tip. Either way, Martha's cousin Angela and a few relatives contact police and ask them to meet at the property. For the first time in the investigation, the police...
Who the fuck sent that? Who sent that shit?
Martha's family finally joined forces.
Who the fuck sent that? Police.
Family at the property.
Who sent that?
For the first time in the investigation, the police and Martha's family finally joined forces.
Who's the caller? You are? What made you come to think it was
shaking?
Arrested him, I believe it was Thursday. On Friday.
Oh, the music, the intensity music.
What? Other charges, contempt,
The intense
and
music,
they're holding
I mean.
for like 30 days.
Okay.
So they questioned him about this two times. I think.
Oh, let me listen.
Think it
They
was
came and arrested him. I believe it was Thursday.
right.
On Friday, they arrested him
For what?
other charges, contempt, and they're
Right.
holding for like 30 days.
30 days, okay, that's a long time.
They questioned him about this two times. I think I got a text message here. I've been putting these flyers up on all
Yo,
the polls, and I
she
get a text message.
is.
a couple other units coming here.
Look at the way she
If he
acting.
was ever to get rid of someone, we would bury them across the fence in the very backyard.
I know her role. You came over with her, and what did you do?
Come over to dig because she suspected some stuff going on back there. And, I hope it's not her, but there's something there.
Yeah.
With police now briefed on the situation, officers begin coordinating a search of the property, focusing on the backyard mentioned in the message, while others canvass the neighborhood, looking for anyone who might have seen something suspicious.
Yo, who sent that message?
As the search gets underway,
This is chilling, bro.
word of the mysterious message quickly makes its way back to the station. Detectives realize this could be their only real lead and decide to seize the opportunity to question David again. However, David isn't stupid. He's already denied any involvement in Martha's disappearance, and he knows that acting clueless won't convince detectives he has nothing to hide.
Right.
He also knows that as long as he keeps denying everything and doubles down on blaming Martha's family, there's nothing detectives can pin on him. Clearly, the stakes couldn't be higher on both sides, and if David plays his cards right, he'll walk free.
Hey, sit right here, dude. So, when was the last time you actually talked to her?
Beginning of last month.
So, I didn't see, she had a restraining order against you? A TPO or a CPO?
Just a temporary.
TPO?
It lasted like 6 months, I think.
Did you get arrested? Because you...
No, here's the thing.
Yeah, explain
she's, she's called the cops on me half a dozen times, and I've never raised a hand to her. She's never had a scratch on her. Any report you would read will tell you the same thing. She gets mad and I leave. She thinks I'm out humping everything with a pulse out there that's female. That's just why she originally got mad at me. She just wanted to argue all the time. I just felt, leaving a day or two at a time.
It's so crazy how you can really murder somebody and play this clueless, bro. That's crazy.
We just calm everything down. It normally did. I mean, we've always worked things out. But I don't understand why she's not back around. I really don't. I mean, we've had problems over the years. Like I said, we've been together since 2002.
Sure.
Damn.
Everybody has their problems.
Yeah, everyone's got problems. That's for damn sure. So then I guess your theory is, Dave, that she's staying with whoever she's dating, this new person, not at the house. Is that what you're saying?
As expected, David sticks to his story, insisting Martha is with her new boyfriend in Florida, but David knows exactly what he's doing. Realizing detectives have little evidence to work with, he decides to take control of the conversation and tarnish Martha's character, paint her as unstable, and dismiss her disappearance as the result of her own mental state. Detectives can't push back without proof or a body, and every minute they let him talk, he builds a stronger defense for himself, one that might just help him walk free in court.
I believe she's relapsed on, back to smoke crack again. Because I found paraphernalia at the house. Tomorrow's her birthday. I tried, I don't know, 3 or 4 times over the last couple of years to get her the 3-day evaluation or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
The police to come out, the paramedics. She'd be standing on the porch, screaming at them.
This background music is getting to me.
They told me she don't fit the criteria for the evaluation. Well, what does?
Gotta be homicidal.
So she have to stab me in my sleep or do something, really crazy?
Yeah.
And they say, well, she's an adult, we can't take her medication, so why don't you leave?
Though it did sound like her and Kim had some problems too.
Absolutely. They would go months on end without speaking to each other. It was at one point, Robin didn't even have a phone number to talk to her mom and dad or her for periods of time.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely true. I sensed they had some hard times now and then, and it sounded like she communicated with her a lot through her Facebook Messenger.
The mention of Martha's Facebook messages clearly catches David off guard. He's surprised that detectives even know about them, unaware that Kim already accused him of impersonating her mother weeks earlier. But that isn't the only surprise waiting for him. Detectives have been holding something back, evidence they saved for this exact moment. When David was first arrested, police recovered Martha's phone from inside the house, along with several of her security checks that he'd allegedly withdrawn. So with David already on edge, detectives decide to push their advantage and confront him with what they claim is hard
shorty.
evidence. It's a risky gamble. If they push too hard, David could demand a lawyer and shut down the interview entirely. But if the pressure works, he might finally slip, contradict himself, or even confess.
Nah, don't say no lawyer now, nigga. He been talking this whole time. Don't say no lawyer now, nigga. Keep talking.
I see her family's real worried about her and loves her a lot, and I can see that you love her a lot, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, Dave, I think there's some little piece missing here, bud. That's what I think. And I think you'd feel better if you just told us what it is.
I don't know. I don't know what to say.
Well, I think there's a little bit more to the story, Dave, you're not giving us.
There's nothing else I can tell you. I've told you everything I know.
I don't think you told us everything.
Okay, well, I have.
Don't you think you'd feel better if you told us the truth, Dave? Let it go and...
You're not going to be able to celebrate her birthday tomorrow, Dave.
There's some pieces missing to your story, Dave. And as you know, that is your girlfriend, the love of your life, Robin's handwriting. That is September, where you paid the rent so we can keep up this farce that Robin is still around. Tell us the part about being on her phone, pretending that you're her.
Oh, God.
Tell us about that.
I don't have her phone.
Where's her phone?
I don't know.
You know where her phone is.
No, I don't.
You put it, we found it where you put it. Why don't you just tell us the truth of what happened? You'll feel better.
Did you guys share a
You'll feel
bedroom?
better.
I don't have.
Did you guys share a bedroom?
At one time, yeah.
Needless to say, David is starting to visibly get worked up over the accusation.
When niggas had that phone, niggas said, oh my god.
He's defensive,
nigga.
irritated, but still talking. Luckily for detectives, he doesn't seem close to shutting down or asking for a lawyer, but they can tell they've pushed the limit for now. If they press any harder, the interview could end before they get anything useful. So detectives decide to take a break, let David step outside for a smoke, hoping it will calm him down and make him more willing to cooperate when he returns.
1 hour. Come on, bitch.
Is making people thousands a month, but so many people don't have the capabilities to make.
In the meantime, back at Martha's residence, officers continue coordinating the backyard search and canvassing the neighborhood for anyone who might have seen or heard something useful. That's when a familiar face approaches one of the officers, the same
Nigga
neighbor
scared me
from
for a
days
second.
earlier who'd reported seeing David coming and going from the house. This time, he shares a chilling detail about the days following Martha's disappearance.
They had a fire pit back there of some sort.
Right.
But, you know, I didn't even know she was missing until a few days ago.
I mean, had you noticed any activity by anybody back there in the backyard recently?
Just the guy who lived there.
What was he doing?
In the middle of the night was burning things, because I could smell it. The horrible stench coming from everywhere. And I thought, that's strange. It's even trash day, so.
The woman there is the cousin of the woman who's missing.
Okay.
She's been missing about 30 days. Somebody sent her a message saying, check the backyard for your cousin.
You're kidding.
According to David's neighbor, every night he could see flames rising from David's backyard, accompanied by a horrendous smell. Acting on this information, officers request firefighters, EMS, and forensic teams to assist at the scene, treating the backyard as a potential crime scene
lady
in
in
case
distraught.
remains are found. And as the teams prepare to begin the search, no one could have expected they were only feet away from confirming the horrific nightmare Kim had feared all along.
Pretty positive it's a body buried under their fire pit. They dug it up. You can see what looks like to be about a knee or an elbow. And you touch it, you can tell it's something. We didn't really dig anymore.
Gentlemen? You tell me.
Well, deal. Highly suspicious. Seems like a body part, but we didn't want to dig it out anymore till you guys got here.
Yeah.
I think, you know, all of us would want it dug out a little bit more before you guys can say.
41, you copy?
Yeah, well, let's check. Was it dug out when you guys got here?
That guy.
Around all the bricks. I'm not trying to justify this nigga burying a body, but you bury it around all the bricks.
Start digging?
Yeah, he gave the whole story to the other officer and us, but she got an anonymous text saying if this guy who you guys have arrested recently, that if you wanted to get rid of somebody, who would bury it back here by the fence.
Oh.
So she came back and saw this loose dirt.
Who sent that message?
And they say
that guy to come over and help her.
And they say this gentleman is already arrested.
Yeah, that's what both of those two people are telling.
All right. This is the wife
missing person that they think it is.
Department come, we have a
And that guy's arrested was a suspect.
Was this her husband? Did they say?
I don't know if they were husband wife.
Because I know she had a protection order against.
Okay, copy.
Okay. He was staying here.
Yeah.
She went missing. He was staying here.
They've been on and off. I've been out here a couple times where she had a protection order, but it goes back and forth because then she invites him back over and stuff like that. So, let me go talk to these guys real quick, and then we'll let you know what.
Yeah, just let's go.
Imagine being able to build anything.
Alright, we back, but the rest of the video, the audio might be glitched, but I'm gonna just keep watching it. Where was I at? Like, I had like 10 minutes left. The audio gonna be glitched, bro. My bad. I don't have to like hear it through the speaker.
And that's why so many students struggle.
More till you guys got here? Yeah. I think, you know, all of us would want it dug out a little bit. Just by the fence.
And they come. Guys real quick, and then we'll let you know what.
Yeah, let's go.
Following their initial observations of what appear to be
This shit crazy.
one of the officers steps away from the dig site to speak with the family. Because they arrived without a search warrant, they must explain what's been found so far and request formal consent to continue the excavation. At the same time, Martha's daughter Kim and her husband finally seem anxious. It isn't what they think it is. Though officers avoid making any premature statements, Kim can already sense the truth. This would be the worst day of her life.
Well, we don't know yet. Okay, so we're not saying yes and we're not saying no. Okay, we don't know. Okay.
Have you been on scenes like this before? How do you not know? I can't wait to know.
Listen, well, we don't want it.
They know.
We don't want to continue
They know.
anything.
Will I be told as soon as they know whether or not there's a body
This is crazy. Crazy.
I don't even think they don't even have the person back there that's going to be digging it up yet. Might be a little bit better to talk to somebody like that. Okay?
That's so sad.
I have to ask you. I'm not positive that you're the one I should ask, but I'm going to ask you since you say you have power of attorney. If you allow us to go back in the yard, check that out.
Yes.
Okay. I have to ask. Okay. So you're giving me consent, and the officers, and we're going to have medical examiner come out as well. Okay.
After receiving permission from the family, officers resume the excavation. Inside the shallow fire pit, they find the remains of Martha.
That's sad.
It's wrapped in bedding, sealed by a plastic bag, burned, and showing a clear blunt force injury with a rope still tied around her neck. Everyone at the scene is shaken by the discovery. After weeks of uncertainty, Martha's disappearance is finally resolved, but the reality offers little comfort. On the other side of town, news of the gruesome discovery quickly travels to the detectives at the station. So with this new information at hand, they bring David back into the room and cut straight to the point, directly
Thank you.
accusing him of murder.
No, tell him.
Are you a heartless bastard?
A
heartless, cold bastard. No. People...
They told him just like that. He not playing. He don't fuck with this nigga, bro. He don't.
And say that you, Dave, are a heartless, no good bastard who put the love of your life in the ground. And that has to be an evil, bad person who has to go away for every last day of their life.
Yep.
Every last day. So, Dave, are you that person? Or are you the person that has struggled with someone who's, as you said, for 16 years you love her, but she's schizophrenic, she goes here and she goes there? Because there's no reasonable person, Dave, in the world that wouldn't believe that you harmed Robin. We all know that, three of us sitting in this room. You should just get it off your chest, man. I told you.
He's still lying. He's still lying.
Tomorrow's her birthday for them to sit there and reflect. The agony they've been going through for the last month. Heartlessly killed the woman you love, right?
He's still lying.
Boggling to think about it. Something that you said you were going to do. Yeah, and if you said you were going to kill anybody and bury him in the fire pit, it seems kind of convenient. So I never told anyone. You never told anybody that? Dave, we're not fucking stupid, dude. You think we're going to make that up? I'm not making anything up. You think I made this up? We know everything. We know the answers to the questions we ask, man. I'm trying to get you to say that you're not an evil, no good bastard, and that there's some extenuating.
I mean, I don't blame the detectives for talking like this, bro. I don't. Like, I know he gotta keep it professional, but I don't. He talking out his body.
That you killed the woman you love, pretended that she was alive for over a month. If you look at it, you're like, that has to be a heartless, cold bastard that wrapped this woman up like
He making him feel bad about it. He thinking about it the whole time. He thinking about it.
Despite a few half-hearted denials as detectives describe what they believe happened to Martha, David sits in silence, staring blankly, as if the weight of his actions has finally hit him. Clearly, the interrogation has reached its breaking point, and David seems on the verge of something. Judging by his earlier denials and the way he now sits, he's either about to ask for a lawyer and end the interview altogether, or finally confess.
What if you can create your own website by saying, this is what I want? With Wix, you can.
You want to see a picture, Dave? You know what you did. Alright. Go ahead. You want me to go ahead and cigarette? Tell us what you're going to tell us, then you can have a cigarette. I'll give you a cigarette. You tell us what's going on, Dave, so we know you're not a heartless bastard, and I promise you can smoke all you want, alright? Not labels. None of labels. Well, there's nothing reasonable like this.
It's over.
Get it off your chest, Dave. You feel better.
It's over.
Yes,
It's over.
You do it, I didn't. Not a very respectful way for a person to die. I know it's not. I got fucking scared, man. I just snapped, man. Just fucking snapped. Yes, yeah.
It's over.
You just got scared. That's why you put her in the fire pit. I dug it out. I have an axe handle or something beside the bed. She had it there a long time. After you struck her, I choked her. What happened after Robin was dead? I took her out back and I dug it out. God, I'm sorry.
It's over.
She's just so relentless. How long did this take? Didn't leave me alone, man. She knew I had nowhere to go. She just kept on me. To give her every dollar I had for whatever she wanted. I never had nothing in my pocket, man. Nothing. It's never good enough. I didn't plan on this happening. I just tried to work it out so bad with her. I really did, man. Spur of the moment.
After hours of questioning, David finally breaks and admits to murdering Martha. In a fit of rage, he struck her in the head, strangled her, then carried her outside, burned the body, and buried her in the backyard. As David sits in the interview room, crying and claiming to regret what he did, detectives can't help but think about how easily this could have been prevented, how many warnings were missed, and how many chances they had to save Martha before it was too late. With his confession secured, David is taken into custody, where he's formally charged and set to spend a very long time behind bars.
The rest of his life.
Hey, just to let you know, they talked to the prosecutor. For right now, you're going to be charged with murder.
I can't be loud right now. I can't be loud right now. But bro, 18 years chance of parole? No. No. Straight life. Double life. Double life and 200 after that. You cooked. W video. Same way like this video, just like my video. I remember when this video was at like less than 500k views. I knew I should have been watching this at 3 million. These 2.5 million should have came to my video, my nigga. But I'm out.